fuck, I had something funny I was going to open with. And for the life of me, I can't remember what the fuck I was going to say. Can we do another take? Okay then, I guess we aren't doing another take. Anyways, welcome to Happywax TV. So tonight, we're going to talk about a movie called Jiu Jitsu. It's not a horror movie. It's kind of a sci-fi movie. It's a lot of martial arts. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I saw the trailer for this movie, okay, and I saw Nicolas Cage was going to be fighting an alien using martial arts, I was thinking, how are they going to pull this off? Because I love Nicolas Cage. He is a fucking amazing actor, but he is not a martial artist. And all I could think about was, when I heard Nicolas Cage was going to be fighting this guy, was fat Steven Seagal and all his movies that have come out in the last, 20 years, where it shows close-ups of his face, but all the martial arts moves are by somebody else who can actually move now. And I hate to say it, but it's the same in this movie. It's filmed like that. When Nicolas Cage fights this alien creature, Brax, I mean, it's done well. It's filmed well. It's shot really well. But again, it's Nicolas Cage talking and giving his one-liners and stuff. But all the action sequences involving him fighting are all done from a distance, you know, usually with his face turned the opposite way of the camera so you can't see it's him during all the backflip scenes and the sword fights and the close-up sword fights when he's holding it there and stuff for him. But anyways, whatever. You have to get past that. Listen, let me just cut to the chase here, okay? Listen, when I was a kid, okay, and I'm not comparing this movie as if it's on the same level as the movies I'm going to talk about, because it's not. But listen, when I was a kid, when I watched a Bruce Lee movie or a Jackie Chan movie, I didn't tune into those movies, you know, like Game of Death or Fists of Fury. You know, I didn't watch Game of Death to see stellar acting from a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Okay, that's not what I watched those movies for. I watched those movies simply so I could watch Bruce Lee kick the living shit out of, 100 fucking bad guys. Same with Jackie Chan. His movies were a little bit different. You know, he did a lot of cool stunts and stuff like that. But again, the acting, always kind of subpar. But you don't tune in for that. You tune in for awesome fight sequences and killer stunts, right? Well, that's what you get in this movie, okay? You get like a very simple story, okay? And it doesn't even list what the synopsis is on IMDb, but I'm going to tell you what it is because it's very simple, okay? There's a group of army guys and a few women thrown into the mix, okay? And they go to this temple to find plutonium or something crazy like that, okay? And every 6 years, there's a comet that flies by the Earth. And when this comet flies by the Earth, this alien creature comes through this portal in this temple where these army guys are going to be, okay? And he comes there and I guess, it's not a sacrifice, but he's expected to, to be given someone to fight using martial arts or jiu-jitsu, okay, this alien creature. And if the person isn't there or he takes off, then he can, just go crazy and he can leave the realm of this temple and kill anybody he wants, all right? So 6 years, comet comes, portal opens, Brax comes out, and all these army guys are there to greet him. They didn't really know he was supposed to be there, but listen, that's the synopsis of this movie. There's no surprise ending. There's nothing. This movie is just one big setup for scene after scene after scene after scene of martial arts fights. That's all it is. So, and I'm telling you, it doesn't disappoint, okay? And I'll tell you, like Nicolas Cage is in this, okay? Because there is a little bit of acting. For the most part, acting isn't the strong suit of this movie, all right? The reason I wanted to see this movie was because Tony Jaa is in this movie, and I fucking love Tony Jaa. He's incredible, an incredible martial artist, okay? There's a ton of martial artists in this movie. This new guy, Alan Mosawi, I think that's how you say his name. He's like an up-and-coming martial artist. He's kind of like the main star in this movie. He plays Jake. And then obviously Nicolas Cage. Frank Grillo is in this, who's a staple in these kind of sci-fi martial arty type movies. You know, so you've got some recognizable faces in here. But listen, if you're tuning in to this movie to see some killer fucking storyline or a plot, you know what I mean? Like, just, you might as well go somewhere else, all right? But if you're a kid, or if you're, you know, an adult who remembers when he was a kid, when he used to tune into these martial arts films, didn't give a flying fuck about the acting. I just wanted to see some kick-ass fucking, you know, karate, or in this case, jiu-jitsu, then you're going to fucking love this movie because the fight scenes are incredible. And you've got Tony Jaa, you know, in the opening act doing his, he's famous for doing these super extended, long, one-shot fucking, you know, starts at one end of the compound and ends at the other one like 10 minutes later, all in one shot fighting these guys. And that's in there. There's some different camera angles where it goes from Jake's, you know, you can see him and then he gets hit and it kind of goes into a GoPro on his chest and it's point of view for a little bit, and then he gets hit again and then he comes back into frame again and back and forth. So, I mean, they really did try to, you know, change it up a little bit, I guess. So anyways, I gave you the gist of the movie. Like I said, this movie, how long is it? It's an hour and 42 minutes. Okay, I'm not even making this up. Honestly, there's probably 20 minutes of story and dialogue in this movie for the most part. And then the rest of it is just fight scenes. That's all it is. That's all this movie is just, you know, like I said before, it's just a lead up for scene after scene after scene after scene of confrontation with either, you know, the alien, or if there's fighting amongst the army militia and the other people that are in this. But it's all based around karate and jiu-jitsu. So if that's what you're into and that's what you want to watch, you're going to fucking love this movie. I'll tell you, I did not hate this movie. As soon as I realized after about, you know, the 20-minute mark what this movie was going to be, I enjoyed it. I really did. You know what I mean? Like, again, the dialogue is nothing. You're not going to, like, again, you don't watch Game of Death to watch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's acting. You want to watch that movie to see the fight scene between him and fucking Bruce Lee, right? Same as here. You don't really tune into this movie to watch, you know, Nicolas Cage and his acting abilities. You tune in to see Tony Jaa kick fucking ass and see how they make Nicolas Cage look like he's fighting even though he's really not. Because it's kind of like the same as fat Steven Seagal now, where it's close-ups of his face, says a couple one-liners, and then it's back to somebody else doing jumps and kicks and backflips and all that shit. But it works. It works. And as long as you go in with that mindset, you'll enjoy this movie. So anyways, that's pretty much all I can say about this movie because there's nothing else to it. So to give it a rating, probably give it a 6. You know, I didn't hate this movie. I'll never watch it again, but I enjoyed it when I did watch it. You know, a lot of karate kick. And there's some great action scenes in this movie, too. And I'll tell you, too, this Brax alien creature, as soon as you see him, like, the first thing I thought he would be a fucking killer fucking action figure. Like, he really would. He's got a very unique look to him. And it looks kind of cool. The only thing I didn't like about him is I wish they would have made him a little more menacing, like a little bigger. You know how the Predator creature is like this fucking 8-foot or 9-foot tall, menacing. And I get it, this creature, you know, he has to do martial arts and stuff, but it would have been better if they got maybe like a bigger actor to play that character, just to be a little more menacing. There's a few scenes where he's standing beside other people, and the people he's fighting actually look bigger than him. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I guess there's no real need for him to be. I just thought they should have made him a little more bigger and powerful, but it is what it is. But for the most part, it works. So 6 out of 10. It's called Jiu Jitsu. It's out now, guys. If you've seen it, let me know what you think, and if you haven't, go check it out, rent it, and come back here and let me know what you think. And as always, guys, stay scared.